días, señores y señores, and welcome to another Soccer Sanchez video. Euro 2024 kicked off 3 days ago, and tonight England were narrow winners over Serbia. It was a good first half, but the second half was kind of disappointing, I'm not going to lie. Here with me as always, co-host and, Stewie Sanchez. How you doing, Stewie?
Yeah, I'm good, Brian. I'm good. Good to be here.
So
Yeah,
I thought we'd jump on and have a quick video just to summarise what we've just seen there for the England team. A lot of excitement and anticipation surrounding the tournament and this England team's expectations. England going into the tournament as favourites. Players such as Bellingham, Foden, Harry Kane having fantastic seasons, to name three. But it was a good performance. First half an hour, I thought England were excellent. It really brought a smile to my face watching the team, the way they were just so confident, knocking the ball about, using the spaces, just not having any fear of Serbia whatsoever. Serbia were standoffish, let's say. They weren't as aggressive, let's say, as they were in the second half, sorry. But it was a really confident display in that first half, and obviously Bellingham getting the goal. What did you make of the team cohesion and the way that first half an hour went, Stuart?
yeah, it looked really good. It looked like a really solid performance at that point. Bellingham just really kind of bossing the midfield, and you can see his confidence in the way he executed that pass during that half an hour, and it's like he looked like he was like pretty much dominant. He just looked very confident, and obviously the goal kind of like really just summed up his he's just like a boss right now in midfield.
Yeah,
He just makes
really
some
brave.
runs. Yeah, brave, and it just tells you why he scored that many goals for Real Madrid this season from midfield. And just very impressed with him. Also impressed with Rice, also Guehi in defence. He seemed very assured, very confident. Didn't seem he does the things that kind of like the job of a defender looks so simple. Like he does all the kind of like the passes and his movements is just really kind of like simple, which is good. Guehi, yeah, Guehi. And again, Saka on the right hand side, he was like the way that England was going to get into the penalty box for Serbia. And I mean, obviously it was disappointing to see Foden not, I mean, he warned me before the game that Foden's not had a good game for England, and it's not hard to see why, because he was just a bit, he didn't really seem to fit the system, and that was a bit disappointing, I think.
Yeah, no, Saka had a fantastic first half. I mean, he taught Kostic and Pavlovic a new one, to be honest with you. Like every time he got the ball, turn of pace, close control, creating something for the England team. Obviously, his cross led to the Bellingham goal. But I think you're right about Foden. I mean, a lot has been said, and I've said this as well. I said this in my last video as well. There seems to be like an imbalance in the team, and I started off with Trippier. Yes, he plays left back. Yes, he's experienced, but he's right-footed, and a lot of that was showing today. When he received the ball, always cutting on his right, didn't go with the flow of the game, and that left-hand side also looked missing with Foden not being there. Now, on the team sheet and on the screen, on the graphics and things like that, Foden is in this game on the left-hand side. Very rarely did he hug the touchline, and he was, in my opinion, being overshadowed by Bellingham in the midfield. There were times when Foden received the ball and he'd lose it or put a stray pass, and his confidence was really being affected, totally. I think. And I'm quite surprised that Southgate didn't take him off, but maybe that was the tactic, kind of leave him on, let him kind of work his way through this game. But I was disappointed in that he didn't kind of realise to kind of maybe go more to the touchline, kind of correct that space. And I've got no doubt, although he's not a left winger, someone like Gordon, for example, is more suited to that position. If he just stayed on that left wing, I'm sure Kane, Bellingham, they will all be there to interchange those passes. I mean, I saw Kane drift off to the left quite a lot during that second half particularly. But I just think that interchange between Foden, Bellingham, Kane would have worked a lot better if Foden had been a bit more brave and kind of taken the ball to the left-hand side. I think there was one occasion where he actually took the ball and dribbled. He went past two players and then won the free kick.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what Grealish used to do.
Yeah,
and that's what Southgate relied on a lot in that, the first 3 or 4 years that he took charge of the team. Grealish someone wins a free kick, and then Maguire will be there for the header. Now Grealish and Maguire aren't in this tournament, so there was a slight change of tactics in that sense. I was disappointed in Trent Alexander-Arnold's delivery in a couple of occasions. The free kick as well was poor, but I mean,
Yeah. I
he,
was, I was like kind of like on the edge of my seat, thinking this is gonna go in. Like we've all seen Trent Alexander-Arnold's score some worldies, but then that was like, what was that? Yeah, that was just
he's
really,
got a great
really.
shot. I mean, he took a shot. I think it was the second half where it went straight down the keeper. Keeper saved it,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
Trent was talked about in particular in the lead up to this game. Some people are fans of him in the centre mid. Some people aren't. I made my opinion known in the last video. I think he's better on the right hand side
mm.
in some sort of capacity. But what did you make of his performance? Because Gallagher eventually came on. I think after 60 minutes, I think he came on,
He did,
and
he
then
did a good job as well.
Mainu occupied that centre midfield. So I mean, what did you make of Alexander's performance today?
Yeah, it just seems it was a mixed one. He made a few like good long range passes to convert from defense to attack. There was one particular example during the first, I think it was the first half, where he had like a really long range pass, like pinpoint precision, which is really good. But yeah, I kind of share that same thought that he just looked a bit sometimes lost and wasn't with it. But I felt that when Conor Gallagher came on, that was it seemed England seemed to play a bit. They were a bit more solid in the middle. So yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to be kind of the mainstay in that midfield for the next few games.
Do you think he'll
You
start
know,
the next game? I'm 50-50 on that now, to be honest.
yeah, exactly. I'm the same. I was thinking that, yeah, okay, because it was kind of like known that he was going to be starting. Like that was sort of the room that he was going to be starting, but everyone seemed to be in the same page that yeah, he might do a good job, and obviously Southgate tested him there. So yeah, it was surprising to see that he didn't perform to everyone's expectation. So, but I'm not sure who. I mean, do they play Conor Gallagher there for the next game? I mean, it seems to be that that was his replacement for this
I mean, I
game.
mean, I mean, I mean, technically speaking, it would be Mainu or Wharton if they're going to play that defensive role. Because Gallagher is a box-to-box player, so it depends on, I guess, if Southgate thinks it's the right tactic against Denmark. But I mean, really and truly, Wharton and Mainu, the youngest players in the team, is I think, are the guys who
Yeah,
play that position.
yeah. I mean, but my question was actually, so why did England go like after scoring the first goal? Why did they go sort of like negative? Why didn't they kind of like take the game more to Serbia?
I,
It seemed like they were just content with
I
that
think
1
just I
0
think Serbia just kind of woke up because Serbia kind of got on top the last 5-10 minutes of the first half, and then second
Yeah,
half they were running down England. They were chasing every ball. They were getting in hard. I mean, Serbia were playing physical throughout the whole game anyway. Bellingham took a lot of hits, but in general, like you'd see the quick sprints towards any England player who had the ball, which they weren't doing in the first half, and because of
yeah,
that pressure and because of that change in their tactic, I think that just got the England players nervous, and their passing was a bit more wayward. It was a lot more sloppy.
yeah,
They didn't
yeah,
keep possession like they were doing in the first half. So I think it's telling that when the opposition do step it up, England need to kind of learn to hold the lead whilst at the same time trying to score a goal. But in particular, towards the last 5 minutes of the game, it was getting kind of dicey, and
yeah. And also they kind of like hitting, they'll kick it out of defense, and there was
they were
no
booting it.
outlet
They
there.
were just hoofing that ball out,
Jane was a bit absent. He
and
tried to
that's
come. I
not
think he
how
tried to come in a bit
that's not
more.
how England play. That's not how England play, and I think I think England are the third youngest team in the tournament, and it kind of showed there in the last
Yeah,
10 minutes.
yeah, yeah. No, it definitely did, and also there's a few examples when Foden had the ball and he kind of like his wayward passing would slow down the attack or would make the attack just disappear. So I'm not sure if Southgate's going to think on that, but I don't see him dropping Foden at all because of how good he's been this season. But yeah, I think they're probably kind of like honing on that sort of like making sure that Trippier has better connection down the left hand side because you can see the imbalance in the team this game where it was all going down to the rights and they were causing trouble like left, right, and centre in the first half. Saka was just basically cutting in and delivering those crosses, and you could see that it was going to yield like a goal at some point. But you'd like to see that as well on the left hand side through Foden. But I'd also like to see maybe an out and out left winger coming on in the second half if we're having the same issues with Foden next game,
Yeah,
and then 60th, 65th, 70th minute have Gordon come on and give that a go and see if that is any better because we can't. England can't be relying on the right hand side to deliver all the goals and the crosses. So we'll see if that changes.
yeah, no, definitely. I mean, it was interesting just to hear the comments after the game because I mean Harry Kane did mention the fact that he was disappointed that England gave away the ball so much in that second half. But again, could be down to inexperience of the team cohesion. But one guy in particular, Mark Gahey, excellent performance first and second half. In the first half, he was there passing the ball between the lines. He was,
Yeah,
carrying the ball up to past the halfway line, and I love the way he
yeah,
interchanged with Rice covering him in that instance. Excuse me. Um, and yeah, in my video, my last video, I did mention that was kind of not confident in Gahey. I mentioned Gahey, Konza, and Dunk, but Gahey completely surpassed my expectations today. He was really calm,
yeah,
and
yeah.
a bit like Bellingham. Bellingham isn't an extravagant player, but he's going up for Ballon d'Or. When you actually watch him
Mm,
play, he just does the simple things very well. And Gahey is another
yeah, yeah,
one. He's done that
yeah.
extremely well today. Calm, composed. He looked like he played more. He played. I think this is his 12th cap now, but he looked like he played at tournaments before, and it was very very comfortable next to John Stones. And I think he's kind of cemented his place in that centre midfield for the rest of the tournament. Don't you think?
You said centre back, you mean? Yeah.
Sorry, centre back. Yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah, so he's a captain at Palace, right? He's only 23,
yeah. He's
and
young.
he's very young. And I guess at international football, we want to have a defender that's not emotional, that doesn't get kind of carried away with his emotions, and he seems to sort of have those characteristics, and that he's calm with the ball. He's very kind of does the simple things he said well, and that's what we want. And I was also very impressed with his kind of his anticipation. He would just intercept the balls, intercept danger,
Yeah.
and that's good. It seems like we have that kind of that solution there. So yeah, I mean, for me, he was like the standout player in defence.
No, done very very well. John Stones, I thought played okay. Carl Walker's another one. I thought he played very well, considering, but for some reason I think Southgate's going to arrest him at some point because he looked like he was blowing towards the end, and we've got players like Alexander Arnold who can play in that position, obviously, in Trippier,
Yeah,
albeit
yeah.
the left hand side being a problem, but yeah, I mean, what did you make of the two City players?
Stones, I mean, he seemed to not put a foot wrong. I didn't notice him making many mistakes. Yeah, I mean, in the second half, it was really the danger was coming from the left, from the England's right hand side. So yeah, I could see that Walker was coming under a lot of pressure. So that's probably why he was kind of blowing towards the end because he was like constantly being put under pressure by Pavlovic. And but yeah, no, I thought that he did good. So in terms of being rested, I mean, my question would be actually, so if the left hand side is a problem and we have, Carl, we've got Kieran Trippier, a right-sided left back,
Yeah.
right-footed left back, who does England play? Let's say if Carl Walker's dropped and Trippier goes to right back, who would be the left back solution there? Shaw? Probably be Luke Shaw, right?
It would have to be Luke Shaw if that's an option, but it may even be a point. I mean, I've said it before. Like, why don't we just play Saka there? We've got good enough players. We've got players that can play right wing. If Luke Shaw isn't fit at all, Saka has played there. It's not like he's not played as a left back. If he had never played there, I wouldn't even mention it. But it's somewhere where he's played before, and England are at a point now where the left hand side is looking a bit dodgy.
Yeah.
Play him there. He would have been perfect today because that left hand side was absolutely empty, man. Like no one was doing
Yeah.
anything on that left hand side. Even Trippier, like I said, he would get it and cut back. So yeah, I don't know. Like I think we need to kind of experiment a little bit because I mean, who would play there? Let's say Luke Shaw gets injured again and Trippier does. Who would you play left back?
Mate, just call out Rico Henry. Just get on a plane to Germany. Yeah, I mean, I was thinking of it like think sorry. Rico Henry would have been the perfect guy to be that bombing down the left hand side and
Yeah,
supporting
and like
Foden.
what was his name? Tyrell Mitchell as well from Crystal Palace. Like, just take him. He's been playing. He's been playing. You
Yeah,
know, like sometimes you just need that width. You know, and you're not getting that really with Trippier because he's out wide, but he's coming back in again to kind of play the ball. I
yeah.
mean, yeah. I mean, to round it all off, England played really well first half. I was very impressed with them. Hung on in the second half. Serbia really put it on them. But yeah, on to the next one. England play Denmark next, and if they win that game, they go through to the next round. So good luck for England,
Mm,
and yeah, we'll see what they do. Before we
yeah.
go, Stuart, just one more thing. Obviously, we're at day 3. We've had 6 games in the Euros. Germany absolutely trounced in Scotland in that first game. Amazing performance by them. Spain also looking impressive with their 3-0 win over Croatia. Um, Tell me, what did you think of the opening 3 days anyway?
So I've not watched most of the games, but the Spain Croatia one was, I think, the most noteworthy one, given how how pretty much in the first half Spain destroyed Croatia, right? It was like 3-0
It
pretty
was
much.
ridiculous, yeah.
It was,
It was
it was
crazy.
game over, right? So they caught my attention. Germany Scotland didn't really kind of like register in my kind of like, wow, like Germany's going to be winning it. Obviously they'll be very much favourites, one of the favourites to lift the trophy, given that it's at home and they're in Germany.
Yeah.
It's Germany. But yeah, I think Spain for me is the one to kind of watch.
Albania
And
was a mad start. I don't know if you watched it from the beginning, like from the
no,
kickoff.
no,
But flipping heck, when Albania scored that first goal, I was like, wow, this could be an upset. But they came through 2-1. They were comfortable. Netherlands came through as well after a blip with Poland. So far so good, I guess. And what I'm loving so far, day 3, had a hell of a lot of goals, haven't we?
yeah, it's been really good. It's been good,
Yeah.
very good.
Anyway, so that's it then. So listen, thank you for joining me again, Stuart. It's a pleasure as always. We'll come out with another video soon for those of you who are watching or listening. Please like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Let us know what you think about England's performance. Do you think the team selection was good? Did Foden impress you as much as impressed other people? Maybe. Just let us know what you think. Yeah, and hit us up on our socials. It's been a good 3 days, and hopefully the tournament continues in that way. So thanks again, Stuart, and thank you for watching and listening. It's been emotional. Thank you.
Nice. Adios.
Adios.